Hey everyone, this is Natalie again with the Safe Harbor team. I just wanted to come on here and show you how I use Canva and all the different things that I do with it. I do like designs. I haven't really gotten myself to fully switch over yet just because Canva has so many more options and it's a lot more user-friendly right now. I'm really hoping that designs kind of gets up to speed on everything that Canva does. That being said, I still think Canva is a great tool to use currently. I mean, I'm hoping that I don't have to use it forever. But here are just some things that I do, and I'll show you how you can make some of these things in Canva, especially social media posts. But this is where we made our contractor list. So as you can see, it looks like very clean. We kind of go for the more neutral colors and then red. And then I had made our recruiting packet in here. Just like clean, black, white, gray, red, and some pictures. And this is really easy to do. I do customize all of our stuff a little bit more than you have to. A lot of times I just take little elements and I create all of this from scratch basically. But that being said, you don't really have to do all of that. You can just use their templates. Like I created this one in there, use this for a social media ad, post, and then also an ad. These actually, when I didn't download it as a movie, but these kind of ripple. It's kind of like a little animation. I actually did it in one of our other videos. So here's our listing packet that I made in Canva. Well, let me see if I can shrink this a little bit. So yeah. Flyers for our listing books. I make listing reports in there too, so we try to send these to our sellers once a week just to give them an update on what's going on with their listing in Zillow, MLS, a brief overview of all the showings, feedback received. And then I also make brochures in there. I do like designs for like door hangers and stuff like that. I would prefer it in social media posts. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys how you can make some social media posts. I actually did about, I don't know, I want to say there's probably about 30 of these where I just basically pulled templates that they already have, and you can just swap your own stuff out. You could change this photo and put your own photo in there, put a different quote, whatever you want to do. And these are great to use for social media posts or ads. However, if I was going to do an ad, I would not use the social media template. I would actually use a Facebook ad template just because of the sizing. So yeah, and these are really great if you don't really have like an eye for design and you'd rather just plug things in. This is so easy to do, and it looks really nice and really clean. So what you're going to do is go to the homepage, canva.com, and I actually do not pay for Canva Pro. I have not found it to be completely necessary. There's so many fonts and so many graphics and stuff that you can put in there without paying that it's just, to me, it's not necessary. If you want to use their pictures, a lot of them you do have to pay for, but I just upload my own. So you're going to go to create a new design, and you'll see over here that there are so many different options. You could make almost anything in here. So that being said, let's do social media, and I'll just kind of show you all the things that they have in here. So up here at templates, click on that, and then you could look up real estate, and they have all of these. So it's really as easy just as picking one. So let's say we'll do this one. So you can just swap this picture out for your own. You can actually, I don't have any photos up here, do I? Well, okay, so if you wanted to, you could just drag it over here. I would just do this with a regular photo, though. That's just all I had up right now. So, like, as you can see, I've already added a lot of our pictures. This is all stuff I use for all of our marketing materials. So, let's just do this house since it's already here. You drag it over, and it'll just go right in. And, I mean, sometimes it gets a little bit buggy and it won't go in, if that's the case. Like, sometimes if you just lay it there, if you don't put it right in the box. Whoops. you can still just, okay, so let's say this wasn't here. You could still just put it here and resize it yourself. And then what I would do is give it a little bit of a white border and then position backward. So that way this text comes up here. And then if you wanted to, you could even go double click on it. Why is this not going? You can move it up just so it's centered. There. And actually I would give it another little border just because it'll look cleaner. Down here, just double click on it. You can change this to your own stuff. So let's say safeharborteam.com. And then you can put the number. You put your number there. Just swap this out for, let's say, 345. And then you can put the address here. Can't remember this one. Main Street. Okay, you get the idea. Just sold. You could always change this to just listed, whatever you want to do. And center it. I really like how it shows you where the center is here. You can line it up with the text over here. You can line it up with the top of the box there. You just center it completely. Yeah, and then if you want to go in and you want to change the colors, so let's make this black. We can make this writing white. We can make this red. Maybe lighten this up a little bit. Make this writing white. And then also here, I'm going to make that white. And there you go. It really is as easy as that. And then you could add another page if you want and do a different one. Okay, so this one over here is actually one of my favorites. I just looked up real estate again. Just listed. Okay, so this one's more of like a general ad, but it's super easy to play around with and it's really aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. So I would change this to red. I would also go in here and change this line to red. I'm going to leave that. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this picture and I'm going to leave the frame there. Photos. Nope, uploads. My bad. So I'm going to put in, again, I'm just going to use this picture. Okay, you can drag it in there. Now, say you wanted to play around with the color of the picture, you could go up here and go to Effects. A lot of these you have to play with, or pay for, I'm sorry. I haven't really done much with these at all, but I use the filters kind of often. If you wanted to make it black and white like that last one, you could do this. If you think the black and white is a little bit too intense and you just want to tone it down a little bit, I go over to Elements and I pull out the square. If you just type in, I mean, it shows up in my recently used, it should show up here. If not, you can just type in square. You do lines. It'll show up with all these other ones. Arrow. Box. Square. Okay. So I'm going to drag this over here. And I'm just going to cover it and then drag it over and leave this white part here. So, okay, sorry, my dog is here eating a bone and it sounds really gross. But, all right, so we're going to keep going. You can lighten this up and also change the placement. So we're going to go over here to transparency on the top right-hand corner. And you can lighten it up, say about there. So now you see that it's also lightened up the text. You don't really want that. You want the text to stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to click on it again. Go to position, backward. And I'm going to keep going back until I see all of the text pop up front. There. So now this you can see is more bold. This has changed from this to this. But it's all just a matter of preference. You might like it like this better. I think that looks good still. But yeah. And then you can go down here, change this to Safe Harbor. Oh. Team.com. You could add text if you want. Go to text over here. You could change the fonts if you wanted to. Okay, well, if you wanted to say add a subtitle or subheading, you could put like, I'm going to put my team leader, Pete for Mika, and then say a phone number. And probably make this bigger. I don't know if I want it that big. Yeah, and you can change the font up here. And you can really just kind of do whatever you think looks best. Glacial Indifference really is my favorite font. I just feel like it's so clean. Pete for Mika. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. You could change this font if you wanted to too, or you could just also make this League of Spartan. It's also another really great one. I probably do it a little bit smaller though. And use this color. I'd probably make it a little bit more uniform. Or, you know what? See, and I do this all the time. I always change my mind, and I'll sit here and I'll play with it for a while until I'm satisfied with how it turns out. So, you could do like that. Stretch it out. If it'll fit, if not, make it smaller. And then, yeah, I mean, you could also put your logo up here, just do whatever you want. Yeah, so it really is pretty easy. You really need to play around with it and see what all you can actually do in here. And then you can go back to home and go over here on the left-hand side to all of your designs. As you can see here, I use this all the time. Yeah, there's a ton. But if you wanted to download it, this is where you would find it if you ever wanted to go back. And you could hit this button right here, little download button, and you could select one of them to download or both of them at the same time, download, and there you go. Takes a minute, but it really is easy, and I do everything in here. I do want to switch to design so badly. I just have not been able to get myself to do it. I have made multiple flyers and door hangers on there. I do like making door hangers in there, and I do like the pre-made designs they have. It's just, personally, I like to kind of like recreate my designs most of the time. Like, I rarely actually just take one of theirs and change up the colors and everything. I'll usually see something I like, start from scratch, and start with the elements, and then end up just completely redoing it and coming up with my own thing. So really, it's just a lot more user-friendly for me to use Canva right now. And hey, prove me wrong. Show me some of your designs in Command, and I would love to see what you've put together through there. And if I could switch now, I really would. I just have not been able to get myself to do it because Canva is honestly just so great. Yeah, so again, I don't pay for it. It's not expensive. It's free. And as long as you use your own photos and you stick with the fonts that are included, you will never have to pay for anything in here. Yeah, so comment. Let me know what other videos you would like to see. I might still do one on designs. I probably will, even before they roll out more features. And then again, when it's a bit more user-friendly and there are more options. So yeah. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.